Hello class. This is Team 2's presentation of our Module 6 application. I'd like to start by mentioning that I've been encountering this bug when using my recording software. When I open the application prior to recording, the oath dialog and the about dialog open in their respective locations fixed to the right. When I open the application while recording, everything opens in just centered. And I know that's not supposed to happen. I don't know. It happened to me last time I recorded as well, but for some reason these things are not opening properly while I'm recording. But besides that, let's just get into the rest of the program. So first of all, when we open the oath dialog, we're not able to open an about dialog because we already have one of the two open. Same thing if we open another oath dialog, we can't. That's out of the way. Let's start with some shapes. So on main form load, we begin with a rectangle with a solid pen, a solid yellow pen, and a solid black brush, and we can draw as many of these as we so please. We can go this way or that way. We're able to change the shape to an ellipse right here on the top drop down, pen to custom dashed if we want, brush to hatch. Additionally, we can do all these things from the tooltips, so I'll be working with the tooltips now. We have this custom shape, which implements both an ellipse and a rectangle. From the tooltip, we can change this back to solid. We're able to change the color of the pen right here. And we're able to change, let's change this back to a rectangle. We can change the brush color right here as well. So as you can see, that's working properly. We can save this as a mod 6 file. So as you can see, we can save this as a new presentation. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's okay. And if we open a new file, close this one, you can see that the application is still running. Even though we closed the oldest instance of our application, we have a main form right in front of us, our top level form. We can open up the file that we just saved. It was new presentation.mod6. Everything is still there. Additionally, let's make a bunch of new instances. So we have 4 instances total right now. And in each one, we're going to open a different file. Wavy squares here. We can do purple pillars in this one. And we'll do my green gradient, sure. So there we go. As you can see, now that I just opened my green gradient, and the last time I was working with this particular file, I was using this particular brush and pen with those colors. So every time you load a file which you had previously saved, it will also reload all the settings that you had when you last saved that file. Another thing that's really cool that we can do is we can right click on any shape at all. So we have this huge rectangle selected. We can hit the preferences button that takes us to our preference dialog, where we're able to change the shape, color, pen, brush, anything we want about this shape. I change it to an ellipse with a compound brush and a linear gradient brush. We can also change the color. So this is going to be a whole new shape, and its focus is behind these rectangles right here, if you can see those. We'll change this to yellow. And then when we hit apply, it changes everything about that one shape in this particular scope. We're also able to change its origin, so we can move it to the left a little bit and maybe down a bit. So when we apply that, it should move exactly. We can change the width. Let's make it a little wider and a little more narrow. When we hit apply, there you go. We squeezed it. And then we're able to save that, what we just did to it. I'm able to save that. Just save it. My green gradient is now that. So if we open up my green gradient over here, where I have purple pillars, it should be the same exact thing. Oh well, since I already have my green gradient open over here, instead of opening it in this instance, it just brought my focus right back to the instance where I do have my green gradient opened. Let's see what else. I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting. So I guess we'll jump right into the code. Oh, one thing that I did forget to mention. Let's see. Let's get a couple more instances going again. open mouse shapes, open pink ellipse. When we hit this window drop down, we are able to switch from focus to focus, depending on which one we choose, of all our available windows. Alright, let's get into the code. So this is our main form. In our main form, oh, this is not our main form, sorry. Whoops, this is our shape class. It's not our main form either. Sorry, I should have been ready. Here's our main form. So in our main form, this is where we're doing our graphics drawings. So for example, on main form load, this is where we initialize essentially what the status is of our brushes, our pens, our shapes. This is the initialization of everything. These are event handlers for our brush color and our tooltips and our drop down. Same thing here. So this is our mouse down method. So this is while the mouse is being held down after it's been when the mouse is clicked, these events begin to take form. And depending on whether it is a rectangle or an ellipse or a custom shape, it chooses that here. Depending on what we have set in the main tool strip. When creating an ellipse, we did get this code from a Geeks and Geeks website. We do reference that here, just for the algorithm of creating the ellipse. Same thing, rectangle we could make that ourselves. So after the mouse has been clicked and it's on mouse down, on mouse move, we document the origins and the sizes right here, and we refresh it while down is true. And then on mouse up, we just drop the shape there and it is saved onto the screen. Here are some tool strip handlers. Here's a deserialization of a file when opening it, and right down here we also have the serialization of a file when saving. A few more tool strip handlers right here. Our paint method. Let's see. It's all going on right here. Our draw shape. Here is where we're setting brushes, creating brushes, and this is where we're updating our status strip. That's something I forgot to show you guys. I mean, that's quick. We can start it up. I don't want to make this presentation too long. As you can see, we have a solid brush with an ellipse, black brush, solid pen type. You can change that, change colors, and all of it is right here. Linear gradient brush. Brush color is still black, even though it's just because of the linear gradient is grabbing the color from the pen, but it's black to green. I guess we could change to different. Yeah, it's black in the black brush. And yeah, additionally we do have our shapes interface, which helps out a lot. We also have a shapes class and a documents class. And I don't want to make this video too long. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.